I bought this Lego Star Wars set on May the 4th, 2023. It's about time I cracked it open and reviewed it. Hello everyone, welcome to Second Brick to the Left. The Mos Eisley Cantina was released in 2020. It has an item number of 75290 and has 3,187 pieces. In today's video, we'll look at the packaging and contents, the instructions, the details, the minifigures, the build experience, the price, and then I'll give my overall thoughts. This is one of my favourite boxes of recent years. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I do like the black 18+ boxes. However, this box also features a little bit of the Tatooine skyline. I don't know what it is about the Tatooine skyline, but I find it incredibly pretty. This is a master builder set, so we know it's going to be a complex build, but with some play elements. On the back of the box, we can see the set expanded. There's a picture of Han Solo and Greedo from A New Hope, and beside it, the Lego recreation of that scene. There's also a picture of the aliens at the bar and the V-35 Landspeeder. Let's open it up. Inside the box, we have a whole lot of bags. There are 27 bags consisting of 18 numbered steps, plus an unnumbered bag containing a plate and several pieces. You'll also find the dewback loose in the box. If you haven't built this yet, but want a guide of how many bags you should have for each step, save this video and come back to this bit, or take a screenshot. The set also comes with an envelope that contains a sheet of stickers and the instruction booklet. The instruction booklet features a QR code so you can earn insider points. The image is the same as the box. Love that Tatooine skyline. The booklet opens up with a few words about the design team, followed by an introduction to the model designer. Moving on, we get a few paragraphs about how the cantina is relevant to our hero's journey. There are some nice pictures of the cantina from outside and inside. Plus, there's a bit of information about the Landspeeder. I wouldn't have minded a bit more information about the set and how some of the features were inspired, but these are dotted throughout the build. The instructions were easy to follow, although there are no highlights around the pieces, and I didn't spot any mistakes in the instructions either. The only criticism I have is that every so often the dark colours on the dark background were a little hard to make out. You'll probably need a bright room for this build. This is a brilliant Lego version of the Mos Eisley Cantina and is full of details. Although there is limited information about the full layout of the cantina in the Star Wars universe, the canonical elements have been represented really well, and the newly introduced parts fit alongside seamlessly. The buildings of Tatooine have a very specific look, consisting of tan walls and domed roofs. The cantina really reflects that style well. The walls are broken up with windows and occasionally small details to give the impression of imperfections in the clay. Vents, shutters and doorways also help to add detail. The set comes with 2 moisture vaporators, which look really good and can be easily attached and removed from the set. They are created in 2 different styles. The set comes with a dewback and a pen for him to stand in. He's got a water bowl with a bone, which I find really adorable. This section can be easily removed as well as it's connected with Technic pieces. There's an additional section that again can be removed that is used for storage. I personally don't think this adds much, and if the set didn't have it, I wouldn't miss it. I don't like clutter, and this feels like clutter but in Lego. I'm not a fan. I'm so impressed with the doors. Although these should open sideways, there is a note in the book about the choice being made to open upwards due to space. I really like the way these look and the way they operate. Ingenious. The main door does have some stickers on and around it. They're simple and work well enough. There's plenty of brick detail to complement the door and doorway too. I'm going to assume the hoops outside are for tying up animals. It's a shame we didn't get another animal or two in addition to the G-back. Would a Ronto be too big? Ronto wrap. Anyway, the roofs can be removed to reveal more of the inside. The two sides can pull away from each other in the bar to allow for a lot of access inside. The inside is beautiful. There is plenty of seating and tables for our cast of minifigures to enjoy. The enclosures where the tables and seats reside are so cosy. I'm not sure I should be using that word with this set. They're nice and private for some shady deals. There we go. The tables have been recreated in Lego nicely, and the transparent studs reflect light from the small windows well enough to mimic the appearance of lamps. Let's check out the bar. I've said that before in the real world. The shape of the bar is nice, and the use of a long tube piece around the top looks great. There is a small door to allow the bar staff entry to the bar. There's a gap for Wooha to move around and serve the patrons. The array of drinks and dispensers is amazing and is a rather accurate representation from A New Hope. I'd quite like to drink my way through the menu. Not all at once. Inside the bar, there is a wanted poster for the missing droids. I don't like this. For one, Wooha saw R2-D2 and C-3PO and told Luke they weren't welcome. If he had that poster, he or any number of the money-hungry patrons surely would have been all over them. And for two, if you have a bar full of scoundrels, why display wanted posters? I get that they're droids, but I thought we were sticking it to the man here. There are two additional buildings to the cantina, a small workshop and a junk shop. These can be joined with clips. The workshop is a single room with a kitchen and a workstation. Are those some blue kyber crystals? Mysterious. One thing that is strange about the workshop is the open back, when the other parts like the shop and cantina are enclosed. The junk shop is cute and I like the fabric awning. It can open to reveal the inside. There's not much in there though. The roof can also lift and it comes with a functioning door. I'm sure there are people who will get more excited than I did about the printed Imperial cargo crates. I don't hate them, I welcome any printed Lego piece, but they just don't do anything for me. Let's talk about the land speeders. First, the V-35 Courier land speeder. This is the first time this particular vehicle has been officially created in Lego. I really like this. It's got some interesting shapes and fits in nicely with the colour scheme of the cantina and by extension Tatooine. The shape of the land speeder is great, especially the fins on the side. The thrusters on the rear have a really nice shape, but maybe a sticker or two could have given an extra bit of detail as they look quite blocky. You can fit 2 minifigures inside, although one needs to lie down. The Ubiquarian 9000 land speeder is nice, but I'm not entirely sold on the design. The black dishes don't completely convince me they're supposed to be windows. They do just look like dishes stuck on the side. Obviously, round things can be hard to recreate in Lego. Maybe Lego will solve this with the UCS Ubiquarian 9000 land speeder. That's not a spoiler or a rumour, but we have the UCS version of Luke's land speeder, so it could happen one day. I hope I haven't just given Lego an idea. And finally, we have to talk about the G-Back. He's cute. He's got a nice printed face and some subtle speckled printing on different parts of his body. He needs a name. Leave your suggestions for what you think he should be called in the comments. He comes with tiles so you can close off his back, or there's a brick-built saddle that can be added so your minifigures can ride him. If you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it really helps out my channel. This is the like button you're looking for. There are 21 minifigures, including R2-D2. 9 of these are exclusive to this set. There is a huge range of characters, including many of the aliens we saw in the cantina. The range of aliens is brilliant, and there are some really unique head molds. This bar doesn't seem very popular with women though. Don't they know Han Solo is inside? We could be picky about quantity over quality. More than half of the characters lack leg printing, and there's no arm printing, although several of the characters have fabric capes. I'm going to give Lego a pass on the lack of printing on the minifigures in this set. The heads of the aliens is where the detail is at and where your focus is pulled. Let's take a look at each minifigure. We'll do this in order of build as laid out in the instructions. These are dotted throughout the build, with each numbered bag stage featuring at least one minifigure. First up, we get to build Luke Skywalker. As the hero of A New Hope, it's great we get him first. This particular Luke minifigure has appeared in several sets, including the UCS Land Speeder and the 2020 Advent Calendar. He's a pretty decent Luke minifigure. He's got his classic shabby blonde hair. He's wearing a tunic and his legs feature printing that details the bunching around his knees. His torso also features printing on the back. His head is dual-sided, with one side showing a very neutral smile and the other side showing a bit of an unhappy face. He also comes with a lightsaber. Unfortunately, my Luke has a weird hair defect. I've already requested a replacement hairpiece from Lego. Next up, we have a character named this guy. I have no idea how that's pronounced. He's got an interesting moulded head and makes a fine addition to this set. The printing on his torso looks good and continues around the back, but it's not necessarily something I'd wear. Next is Wuha, the bartender. The printed details on his face represent his age well. His tunic is a little plain, but accurate, and the printing does continue around the back. He's also got a printed hairy chest, which fits the character. He's not the most exciting minifigure of the bunch, but his role is important. I'll have a blue milk, please. Next, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is classic Ben Kenobi, and his printed face includes wrinkles and facial hair, which look pretty good. His torso has some really nice printing on it and continues around the back. His belt has that metallic sheen, and the creases of his tunic look really good. He comes with a fabric cape and a plastic hood, which work well together. Unfortunately, the cape hides the printed back. He comes with a lightsaber. Next, we finally got a girl. It's Cabe. She has a detailed printed face that comes with a hairpiece with oversized ears, which are a little too wide for the character. She is wearing an orange outfit which features the child minifigure legs. Although, I think she's supposed to have a dress. I do like that her small size is represented though. The torso printing on her is subtle but captures the texture of her outfit, and the printing continues around the back. Next, we have my favourite droid, R2-D2. We've seen this particular R2-D2 in several other sets, but he's an alright R2-D2. He doesn't have any printing on the back, which is a shame, but the printing on his head and front is really detailed and looks great. He's cute, I like him. Next, let's go to C-3PO. This is one of the more common C-3PO minifigures in existence, being used in over 10 different sets. He's not a bad C-3PO at all. He's got printing on the front and back of his torso and on his legs. The printing is nice and features different colours. His legs include a nod to his silver leg, although he doesn't feature printing on his feet. He's in the pearl gold colour, which I personally really like, and works well enough for C-3PO, short of them bringing back the extremely limited edition chrome C-3PO. His head is shaped well, although if I was going to be picky, his eyes lack some detail. There are two Sand Troopers in this set, so we'll discuss them both now, although one appears in bag 8 and the other in bag 16. Both troopers are practically the same, although one has an orange cape and the other a black one. The printing on their bodies is really impressive. Not only is there the trooper printing, but they also have a sandy effect applied to them as well. They have torso printing front and back and also have leg printing. Their helmets are really detailed and the shape and printing is really accurate. The sand effect is applied here too. They each come with a different head. There are brick-built accessories that you build for them. Next, we've got Dr. Cornelius Ezevan. I don't think he's worked all that well. The character has a very prominently disfigured nose, and the colour of the lines on the minifigure's face are just a bit too light to show up meaningfully. The printing on his tunic is nice and continues around the back. This one is disappointing. I think Lego could have done more either with a shaped head or darker printing. Next is Ponda Baba. You see what I see, right? I never picked up on that watching Star Wars before. Anyway, Ponda Baba is quite a cool figure. His head is unique and has an interesting shape that extends over his chest. The hair around his chin is nicely done too. His torso is printed on the front and back and reflects his movie outfit well enough. We've got 3 Bith musicians. I really like these. Their heads are really impressive and have such a unique shape that you can admire from the front and back. There's some nice colouring around their face and they even have some blemishes, although these are the same across all 3 minifigures. Their outfits are also identical. They have printed torsos on the front and back and generic legs. Each musician comes with a unique musical instrument. These are brick built and are simple but effective representations of what we saw on screen. While we did see more Bith musicians in the cantina during A New Hope, I'm not mad that we only get 3. It feels like a good number given the size of the set. Of course, if you wanted more, there's always minifigure dealers. Next is Mowa Nadon. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. This isn't the first Lego Ithorian we've seen, so if you remember the Jedi Scout Fighter from 2014, this head might be familiar. The shape of his head is very cool and his eyes are really detailed. Moa has a printed torso with front and back printing, as well as printed legs. This printing on him is really nice actually. He's even got toes. Next, it's Han Solo. Well, he's a great scruffy looking nerf herder. He's got a dual-sided head featuring a cheeky smile side and a more serious side. I've just done my research to verify. He has the same hairpiece as Flynn Rider, but in a different colour. This must be the Hotmail character mould. He's got a printed torso which looks really good and reflects his outfit well. The printing does continue around the back too. He's got a little printing on his legs featuring his gun holder. He does come with a blaster accessory. We all know Han shot first, which brings us nicely on to the next minifigure. Greedo is absolutely fantastic. The shape and texture of his head is perfect. He's got some printing on his eyes which complements his alien look. The colours of his outfit are pretty accurate and he has torso and leg printing. Medium azure is such a nice colour. I do like the printing of his gun belt. He also comes with a blaster accessory. This next minifigure is devilishly good. It's Labria. He's got a dual-sided face with a smile on one side and a frown on the other. He has a horned headpiece and pointed ears which are accurate. He comes with a fabric cape. His tunic looks rather fancy and has printing on the front and back. He looks very smart. Next, it's Chewbacca. This Chewie we've seen many times before and dates back to 2014. He's not a bad Chewie at all. The printing on his face is really nice and detailed. His eyes are really accurate and I like his teeth too. He's got a fantastically textured body with a printed bandolier. He's also got printed legs. He comes with a crossbow. I like him a lot. As part of the additional buildings, there is a Jawa junk shop, so of course we need a Jawa to run it. This minifigure features a black head with bright yellow eyes. It's simple, but it works. The Jawa is dressed in a brown outfit and has child minifigure legs to represent its short height. The printing on its torso is effective and continues on the back. I have a Pelimoto minifigure. Maybe I should introduce them. Date night at the cantina. And finally, we have Garandan. He's a really interesting minifigure. The nose and goggle piece slots onto the neck and is held in place with a plain minifigure head with a hood placed on top. Weird, but I like it. His torso is printed on the front and back and he comes with a black fabric cape. I think he's quite effective. Overall, I'm really happy with the selection of minifigures. You can easily recreate the iconic scene from A New Hope and create your own moments. There's a good number of figures to make this look like a bustling bar. This was a really fun build. There are lots of interesting techniques, and despite the repetitive colour, it didn't get boring at all. Bags 1 and 2 will build the land speeder. Bags 3 through 15 build the cantina, with the Ubricrian 9000 being built in bag 13. Bags 15 and 16 introduce the moisture vaporators. Bag 16 also builds the dewback and a pen for it. And finally, bags 17 and 18 build some additional buildings. There's a single room workshop and a junk shop run by a Jawa. It took me about 7 hours in total to build the whole thing, including the land speeders and additional buildings. The size of bags is very inconsistent. For example, bag 7 took me under 10 minutes to complete. Bag 8 took me closer to 40 minutes to complete. This wasn't necessarily bad, it's just something which felt a little odd. As there are some good sized pieces in the set, it's easy to make and see progress quickly, whether it's building up walls or adding the bar. As this is mostly built on sturdy plates, there isn't too much of a foundation, so you're quickly into building the main structure. There is a single sheet of stickers, and these are mostly used on the vehicles. They add a little detail to the vehicles, so they are welcomed. I'm glad the cantina itself doesn't heavily rely on stickers. There's nothing too crazy about this build that you probably haven't seen in other LEGO sets, but because there are so many different elements to this set, it doesn't get boring at all. Every bag brings something new, and there are interesting building techniques used throughout. I enjoyed building the doors, the different angles, the details on the bar, the alcoves with their tables and seats, and even the land speeders and moisture vaporizers brought their own different and fun techniques to the set. I didn't get close to feeling bored or tired of the set. Yes, Eiffel Tower, I'm thinking of you when I say things like that. Building this also made me really nostalgic for the original trilogy, and I will be rewatching those movies on the May the 4th weekend. This is priced at £344.99 in the UK. In the US, it's $399.99, and in parts of Europe, it's €399.99. I think that's a good price. You're getting a great build. There are some big pieces in there, and the range of minifigures is awesome. There are a few cut corners, like with the stickers and some of the limited printing on the figures, but overall, the price is appropriate. I got my set in a sale with 20% off, and it came with a free box of Star Wars goodies, mostly things that didn't sell, but I got this cute Yoda plushie. I got my set from Shop Disney, which has rebranded back to the Disney Store. I really enjoyed this, and the end result looks fantastic. The collection of minifigures is really good despite a lack of printing on some. I'm always drawn to Tatooine mocks whenever I see them at events. I would love to expand my cantina into a wider scene. Lottery numbers, if you could just come up soon, that would be awesome. I'm so happy to have this set in my collection. Now all my minifigures have somewhere to hang out for a drink. I have no idea where I'm going to put this in my house. Luckily, the additional platforms and moisture vaporators can detach, so that'll make it easier for pushing on the shelf. I have a little devil on my shoulder telling me, make a Tatooine version of Galaxy's Edge. I'll keep that in mind for the future Dream Lego loft. If you're a fan of the original trilogy, I can recommend this set. It's pricey, but it's not a stranger to sales, so keep an eye out if you want to pick this up. Well, that brings us to an end. Let me know your thoughts on this set. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more LEGO set news, reviews and tips. Enjoy the rest of your day.